Well, hey everybody, it's Sunday night. It's 10 o'clock Eastern, and it's Tom Antion live from Virginia Beach. Hey, wow, we've had a scorcher here this weekend. I'll tell you what, I'm going to refresh over here to see, so I can see the comments showing up. Yeah, it's been, it was like 92 on Saturday, and I worked clear through. I mean, I always could handle the heat very well. I don't like the cold that much, but the heat's no problem. 92, I worked from, I don't know, 8 a.m. till about 4:30 on my trailer outside, just sweating up a storm and 2 showers. I had to take the first shower because I was underneath doing undercoating the first time, so I had black tarry stuff all over me. So, yeah, the heat, bring it on, baby. Bring that heat on. Just keep your snow up in Maine where Barbara lives. All right. Hey, Dean, how are you there, buddy? Dino and Reno. Hey, Mary Lee. Charlotte, what's going on, kiddo? So, those of you listening on other channels of mine, you might want to come over to the facebook.com/Antion, because I won't see your comments over there. And sometimes I miss them anyway over here. This system is a little crazy. It looks like there's two of me over here. You know, one of me is enough, I can tell you that. I'm going to refresh the thing again. Anyway, it looks like Alan is there. Yeah, thanks for sharing, everybody. If you just hit your share button, I'd appreciate that. Alan just checked in, Alan Baris. So, guess what showed up sitting on my Suburban the other day? Look at this little creature, this little alien. We have nests of blue herons around here. Now, a couple weeks ago, we found a baby, you know, was just barely living. But this is what they call a fledgling. Look at his fuzzy hairdo. Kind of looks like Rod Stewart. But he's sitting on top of my Suburban, just chilling. And luckily, Abby was out one day and just barely missed grabbing one of these fledglings. I think it's a fledgling that can just barely fly, because I'm outside working and I hear something slam into my truck, my pickup truck, and then I see a bird take off, and Abby was chasing it. So he flew over to my Suburban and kind of gave Abby the finger, said, "Screw you, dog, you can't get up here." So, but look at that hairdo. That cracks me up. Let's see. Well, we got our fake sponsor today. Let's see who else is checking in here. Our fake sponsor is all the people that make ice. Hey, Brett, how are you? You should call him Maggie May, right? Because the world is getting so dummified, okay? That I want you to look at this closely. Even the ice makers, people that make ice, okay, have to put labels on the ice bags, apparently, to tell people what is in the bag. Check this out. Look at it closely. Ingredients. This is real. Water. And I guess they probably should say in a lack of BTUs, because there is no such thing as cold. I wonder if you realize that. I'm not kidding here. There's no such thing as cold. It's the absence of heat. That's the physical term for this stuff, physics stuff. But anyway, you got to tell people the ingredients. I guess no peanuts were processed in this ice plant. I'll tell you what, these people crack me up. So that's our fake sponsor. They're not sponsoring us. Well, let's see what we got coming up in this episode. Lots of mailbag stuff. We got, let's see, iTunes is going to get you in the scam section. We got a lot of news. Brutal self-defense, don't get dragged. Internet section, the only format that's going to last, I think, kind of forever, unless we turn alien in our heads or something. Speaking tip, check out the newsletters and the a-holes. Let me give you a lift. And hero of the week, it's the wish of a lifetime. So let's see who somebody else just checked in here. But say hello when you just checked in. So let's see. Let's get going here. Let's talk about weight loss. Yay! So this is the 29th week I have been reporting to everyone. I started off 29 weeks ago at 44 pounds down. That's when I started talking about this. This is the 29th week. Last week was 84 pounds down. Yippee-doo-dah. This week, drum roll, 86 pounds down, baby. 86 down, that's 1.45 pounds per week since I have been reporting this to you. So still totally cranking on this. Hey, Barbara, how are you? Hey, John, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, so here's my cup of, this is decaf, just to get me something to drink for this evening. And yeah, going good. No stopping me now, buddy. Let's see, what else we got going here? Selfie Stupidity, please go over there and check it out and send me some comments. And let's get going here. In the mailbag, Jersey wants to know, who can you trust in the internet marketing field? There's this guy, Tom Antion. He is a piece of garbage. You can't trust this guy. Michael Spramuli wants to know, am I low carbing it? Yes, but it's a specific ketogenic lifestyle, low carb, medium protein, high fat, Michael. Ketogenic is called. Barbara Ann, woohoo! Mary Lee, wowza! Brett says woohoo with a different spelling. Man, I'm telling you, I can tell you that virtually all of the biggest names that you've heard are ripoffs in some way or the other. They're selling things that are fraudulent. They've got their assets frozen because of fraud. They are convicted felons for fraud online, or they're partners with those kinds of people. I mean, I can't, some of the, just the biggest names, I really can't think of anybody that isn't fraudulent in some fashion. Now, there's regular guys, Mike Stewart, Jeff Herring, Jim Edwards. There's another guy, James Wedmore. I've never heard anything bad about him. And I'm sure there's many, many more. It's just that, the biggest name ones also, cover the most ground and have the most fraud charges and complaints against them, so that's how you hear about them. So anyway, there's some names that people I like. They're very trustworthy. I'm sure I'm leaving out some people, but there's just very few, put it that way. Isaiah wants to know, what do you use for audio recording? Well, you didn't say whether you're talking about microphones or software, Isaiah. For microphones, and we got a storm coming up here, so if I disappear on you, here we go. Yeah, Donna, thank you. Happy birthday. Looking good. You must feel great. Yep. You know what the problem was, Donna, is I always felt great, even at a very large weight. I don't know if you hear that thunder. I think that was the problem. It took me so long to get to this is because I felt, I always felt great. I was healthy as a, actually the doctor said I should have been a Clydesdale because he had people, other than being a fat ass, he had people half my age falling apart. So that was kind of a plus and a minus, that I always felt good. I was never sick, never had problems of anything. And now I have less of them. I can just move faster, and I don't take up as much space. Actually, I'm getting that close to 8 full inches off my waist, 7 3/4 inches as of this morning off my waist. And that one of the latest things is the waist to chest ratio. I think in men is a real critical determinant in I don't know, heart disease or something. I don't know. But anyway, back to Isaiah, and my birthday is not till the 27th, Donna. But thank you. I'm doing sales this whole month, birthday sales. So if you didn't get the audio sale, I'll make it available to you if you still want it, because there were one-day sales. If you didn't get the ebook sale, anybody on this line, just email me and I'll give you the ebook sale. But anyway, back to Isaiah. What do I use for audio? You didn't say it was microphone or software. So a lot of things I just do that aren't, super high quality, just quick things I need to get recorded. For a quick training session or something, I might just use the laptop microphone. But other than that, I use the Blue Yeti. It's a desktop microphone, USB. Don't pay $200 for it. You can always find it on sale for around $100. Very versatile microphone. Yeti, Y-E-T-I. It's kind of like the drink. I don't think it's the same company that makes the drink things. And then for software, I use. It used to be Sony SoundForge. Now it's SoundForge Audio Studio by Magix, M-A-G-I-X. And then just this week, I put out a training session for noise reduction. Like if you have a hum or a hiss, I use the free program Audacity. I mean, if you want to start and use Audacity, but don't expect me to help you other than that one noise reduction thing. So that's what I use. Henry wants to know, how do you set up a wireless printer? Well, basically, you take it with you, Henry, to the shooting range. You set it up, and then you shoot the hell out of it, because it ain't ever going to work consistently wireless. All right. I have all these years, all these geeks around here. They get it hooked up, and as soon as something and we have a static IP address. That's something that's supposed to keep stuff like this working. It quits, and so I got a 16-foot USB cable off of eBay, and I plug it in, and then I print, and the dogs trip over it, and I trip over it, and then if I'm not printing anything, I unplug it and throw it over there in the corner. So God help you, I can't help you on a wireless printer. Most of them have the capability, and they say, oh, it's easy to set up, plug and play. Bullshit. No, never had any luck with that. All right, let's get to the news. Let's follow up on the epidemic of these older ladies sleeping with younger men. And I'm talking juveniles, so that they got in trouble for it. Well, Tara Stumpf, who happened to, she's 36 and pretty hot, is for the only picture I saw of her, from the Arroyo Grande High School in California. She's also past teacher of the year. I mean, hey, I'd vote for her, right? If I was a kid. She's spending, let's see, she's serving 180 days in jail for having sex with the 16-year-old student, all right? She's just one of the many that I've reported over over the past month or so. So she is now suing the teenager for defamation. I wish I could make this crap up. I mean, if I was that creative to think up this stupid stuff, she's suing him for defamation. How this, the legal, precedent for it, I have no idea how they got that, but that's what she's doing. Tara Stumpf. Another thing, this is a pretty scary thing. Now, it kind of looks like Photoshop to me, tell you the truth. But let's see, anybody else checking in? I'm going to refresh here. And this happened, of course, far from here in Argentina. But they had, let me see if any new comments come in. The birth of the stillbirth of a demon goat. You can look. You can just type in demon goat, and you'll see this picture. I swear, it's just Photoshop a goat, and then the Photoshop this weird face on it. But apparently the police got called. The whole town is terrified because this demon goat was born and it was stillborn. Now, it's such a momentous occasion when a baby comes into the world, right? I mean, people give out cigars, they have parties beforehand, they have parties afterwards, they have parties for the first birthday and every birthday after that. So it's just a momentous occasion. So what better thing could happen in a new baby's arrival party than that the ice cream have a urinary catheter in the tub of ice cream. I swear I could not make up anything that bizarre. This this was a family in Quebec, and now they have to get tested for hepatitis and HIV and everything. You got, they said ice cream is not good for you, right? Wow, there you go. You should have known. I don't know. Is anybody commenting here? Let's see here. I don't. This crazy. My whole thing shows up twice when I'm doing this to me on Facebook. Maybe it's like generating back to me. Let me know in the comments if you scroll up and down a little bit if you see the same show twice or not, because that's what I see. That's what messes me up. The comments all over the place. And let's see. Poor Gail Newland. Gail Newland, this is another one. I could not make this up. But I think she's being persecuted. Just playing a little trickery in the love game. They say all's fair in love and war, right? So Gail was found guilty of 3 counts of sexual assault. Gail is a female, right? And the sexual assault, kind of like the lady last week that was assaulting the lady next to her on the plane and licking her neck and stuff and grabbing her crotch. Except this Gail is much more creative. She's so much more creative. So she tricked her friend, who was blindfolded, into having sex with her because the blindfolded lady thought it was her boyfriend, and they're all setting up this exciting little playtime thing where she was going to be blindfolded and he was going to take her. The boyfriend had nothing to do with it. Her friend Gail wore a fake penis. Man, I tell you what, I'm really getting the bizarre ones this week. So she got, I don't know how I don't know how she didn't know, and then I don't know how she knew. Maybe she pulled the blindfold off. Maybe she said, well, my boyfriend doesn't wear that perfume. Hey, that's my girlfriend's perfume. Oh, man. All right, now you got to watch the government, right? They will spend your money. They will just pour it down the drain into all their buddies' pockets, right? And the hell with you. So, in Canada, this park had a rickety set of stairs that need replaced, and people were falling down all the time. And city council was going, back and forth, back and forth. What are we going to do about this? And they got estimates of $65,000 to repair these steps, or to put a new set of steps in. So this Canadian guy says, that's freaking crazy. He lives near there, and he sees people falling down all the time. He went to like the equivalent of Home Depot. I don't know if it was Home Depot or not. Spent $550 of his own money. Went and rebuilt the stairs. Now he's in trouble with the city. All right. For like trespassing, or I don't know what kind of crazy law they think up to hit up somebody that built something for the community without a permit, right? So for $550, he created the stairs. Now people aren't tripping, and the city's talking about tearing them out, which would probably cost him another $65,000. Jesus, $65,000. Remember all those stories of the $10,000 hammers and toilets and stuff on the for the service? I mean, it's just, these people are crazy. They're just crazy. They couldn't last 2 seconds in real business. See? So now, did you ever get stuck like on the ice in your car, or in the mud, or something like that with not a lot of traction? Well, a Delta flight the other day got stuck in the dirt. I don't know. They shut down the airport for hours because the guy was, you can't really spin your wheels in an airplane because the wheels aren't where the power comes from. It's from the engines. So he's just stuck in the dirt. They had to pull him out with a tow, a big tow thing for planes, and jack the plane up. Now, there's a big thing going on where inmates can get out of jail earlier if they get a vasectomy for men or birth control for women. I wonder if that's how OJ got out. Hey, Roberto, how are you? There's Alan from surviveanddefend.com. Lead story is wildfires and fire safety. That's cool. Awesome. So anyway, if you want to get out of jail early, vasectomy or birth control, take your pick. Washington State has enacted a new E-DUI law for driving under the influence of telephones. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding about any of this stuff. This all just happened this week. Now, but I saved kind of the best for last. And, some of you on here are married. Some of you have been married. And, hey, Nancy, how are you? Probably, if you have been married or you are married, you can remember the details of your honeymoon night, right? Where you went, how it went. Unless you got so plastered at the reception you blacked out. That's one thing. But what better way for newlyweds? Let's see their names here. Let's see. I know I got their names here somewhere. Oh, newlyweds Rashida Hurley and Timothy Lowe. What better way? What more memorable way to spend your honeymoon than to, and I'll read it from the report. Newlyweds honeymoon in Florida, kidnapped and raped a woman at a motel and then got naked the following day inside a nearby convenience store and stole a couple of sodas. Miami-Dade police said Rashida Hurley and Timothy Lowe kidnapped 27-year-old woman at a Publix in Hialeah as she was pulling out of her parking space. Police said Hurley got out of her vehicle and hit the woman over the head with something, rendering her unconscious. The woman told police that when she woke up, Hurley, 32, was choking her as Lowe, 37, was driving her car. Hurley's the woman, by the way. They all arrived at Motel 6. Hurley used a woman's credit card to purchase a room. An affidavit added that the woman was raped and forced to perform oral sex on the woman. She then escaped when the couple was distracted. Really? You know, they're going to have stories for years, literally years, to tell their cellmates because they're probably going to be up for 20 years to life or something like that. So, there's some sick fucks out there, let me tell you. All right, so in the scam bag, let's talk about, most people know that paying by wire transfer or Western Union or telling people to go buy one of those cards at Walmart's and fill it with cash, and you know that it's got to be fraudulent if you see anybody doing that. So nowadays the scammers are turning to iTunes cards. That's the one they're trying to get people to do, to load it with money and then give the code to them. And it's a fast and virtually untraceable way to steal your money. So anytime anybody's hitting you up for cash, it's fraudulent. Don't do it. All right, several self-defense things tonight. Mexico, let me see. Hey, Somi, how you doing? Yeah, Somi says that's not her idea of a honeymoon. Yeah, people are getting crazier by the second, that's for sure. So anyway, so several self-defense things. First of all, you know, I have people I know that live in Mexico because it's cheap and they have these expat communities and Walmarts and all that stuff, right? But the report just came out that Mexico has had the deadliest month in decades. And deadly months in Mexico are not really that uncommon because of the drug cartels. But they're usually limited to those places where the drug cartels are. Not this time. It's spread all over Mexico. There's been more murders than ever in 20, 30 years. So traveling to Mexico, you know, it's just dangerous, you know. So I'm so happy I got all that out of my system a long time ago. So be careful. Now, another thing is, if you're 93 years old, yeah, I understand you want to be feisty and you want to feel like you're young again, but that's not, you're probably at 93-year-old and a female not well equipped to stop a carjacking. This 93-year-old woman got dragged down the road because these guys were stealing her car. This is not a good idea. If you have, elderly folks, you got grandparents that were in the war, and that's what they remember when they were fighting, World War II. But this ain't World War II, and now they're 90 years old, so tell them, grandpa, dad, whoever it is, somebody, give them whatever you have. We don't want to lose you, just make it like, they're risking their lives and they're going to take themselves away from you. Somehow to get through to them is let them go. Give them your purse. Give them that. I mean, yeah, there's always the cool story about the old lady beating the guy with her purse and he runs away. But there's more likely that they're going to hurt her in some way. So now a mob of 10 thugs kicked the shit out of a passenger on a San Francisco streetcar. Now I don't know. Now all I know is that the guy was in an argument with one of the other guys. But guess what? If you pay attention, like Alan and I both teach and keep awareness, you can tell, there's not like 10 individuals not talking to each other on a streetcar. You ever been on one of the streetcar? You're packed in like sardines. They're friends. They're buddies. They know each other. They're going to be chit-chatting with each other. They're all together. You can't beat them. I can't beat them. Alan can't beat them. Now, I would have a better chance, and so would Alan and all of you. But the thing is there's 10 of them. Don't start shit with 10. In fact, don't start shit with anybody. Don't participate in shit with anybody. But especially not 10 people. Okay? So got his ass kicked, and I don't know how damaged he was, but I mean, it doesn't take much to kill you, you know. So don't get in any altercations. Go away, get to a someplace safe. Now, this is something you can go watch on YouTube. A New York City guy, one with a machete and one with a garbage can, are fighting in the middle of the street, and you can see the video of it. Well, for the little stuff I could piece together, the guy in a car with that happened to have the machete was driving by. For some reason, the guy on the street threw a garbage can at him. I don't know if the guy was driving erratically, the pedestrian got pissed, I don't know. So he throws the garbage can at him. The guy in the car gets out with a machete. The guy on the street picks the garbage can back up and is protecting himself against the machete. Holy shit, all right? First of all, if you never see road rage with me. I mean, I might say something under my breath, what a dumb nuts you are for doing what you did, but I'm not going to yell out the window and stare you down. I don't know what kind of nutcase you are. I don't care. It's stupid to do such a thing. I'm not invincible. So that's the first thing. You don't pick up a garbage can and throw it at somebody's car because you're pissed at them. I mean, I had a couple years ago some little fuckhead, on his bicycle slam the hood of my Mercedes and ride off down the street. And I'm pissed. I want to strangle the little fuck. But did I chase him? No. What would I have done? I'd have just got in trouble for beating the shit out of a minor probably. So don't start shit. However, all that being said, if somebody comes up to you with a machete and there's a metal garbage can around and you can pick it up, do it. Okay? It's expedient. They're probably not going to slice through a galvanized garbage can with a machete. Your fingers will be protected on the close end of the garbage can. You're not holding the far end where you could slice your fingers off. You're holding the near end and the near bottom. And then going like this and fighting the machete and hit them on the head and, that kind of stuff. I mean, you've got nowhere to get away anyway. So garbage cans, not a bad defense tool. Bar stools, chairs, tables, if you can lift them and all that. Okay, so that's self-defense. So internet tip. They asked a question about audio earlier, but don't ignore audio. All this fancy stuff we do, I just sold a whole load of audio files. And the reason being, one psychological reason why audio is going to be here for a hell of a long time, until they inject knowledge by osmosis or needle or something. Let's see, who else is here? Because audio is the only way to learn stuff while you're doing something else. See, video, you got to stop and watch. Webinars, you got to stop and watch. No, I'm not ragging on, they're all great, all right? But people say, oh, audio is not that fancy, and who listens to that anymore? Lots of people. Watch all these people running. People that are smart in their car, they make it a rolling university. So I pulled out a bunch of audio files, I made sure they were updated to current standards. Some of the stuff I talk about is evergreen, but internet stuff changes. But so don't ignore audio. Make audio, and they're way easier than any of the other formats. So get yourself a microphone and Sony SoundForge Audio Studio or Audacity, or if you have a Mac, you already have GarageBand. So let it rip. Make how-to audios, and you can sell them. You create an intellectual property. Okay, your speaking tip is study the organization's newsletter where you're speaking. I've gotten so much material out of that. I ask for back issues, and sometimes they're online, so you don't even have to ask for back issues. I see the history, what they've been talking about. I see quotes. whatever's on their mind is in the newsletter, right? And when you go talk about it, the latest issues, but when you refer back to an old issue, that's cool too. Because you can say, look, I know a year ago things were different. You were working on X, Y, and Z, and they're like, how does he know that? So they think you're a genius, but you just looked at their newsletter. I also get great humor and funny things out of the newsletter. So study the organization's newsletter. All right, the a-hole of the week. I'm going to show you a little video here. I forgot to show you. So there's my window. Even though I screwed up, I made up for it, and that's on my trailer. I got it installed, and you can't tell that I cut the hole too big, and so now I'm working on the other side, and I almost cut that hole too big. I can't believe it, but that's that. All right, now the next one's going to be a little disturbing. The asshole of the week is a guy named Mark Dion. He's a Lyft driver from New Jersey. And he got into some type of altercation. Now, why? I have no idea what precipitated this fight with this other guy. But what this guy did, no matter what the other guy did, was uncalled for. He got arrested for animal cruelty. So I want to show you this video, but it's very disturbing. Here we go.
Pay the money.
Ay, dale, jalares. Stop the money. What's your fucking problem? Jumping on my car. Ay,
Record that. Record that, Bengo.
Mukha man on wing.
We're going to finish
Ay, today. Oh my God! Hey, get in the car.
Motherfucker.
Samantha.
Threw that little dog.
Get in the car, Samantha.
Son of a bitch.
Dana will be.
The dog's gonna die! Oh my God! Oh my God! Why'd you do that to his dog?
You believe that piece of shit? So I'll tell you what I'd have done to that kid. I'd have thrown him. Yeah. So anyway, that's the asshole of the week. He got arrested for animal cruelty. I don't know what what kind of sentence he's going to get, or if he's going to get a lawyer or whatever. But that's pretty hard to defend that. Throwing that little dog. Was he going to say the little dog attacked him? Jumped out the window and was attacking him around the throat? No, he opened the guy's car door, which is another thing. Keep your damn doors locked, folks. Keep your doors locked. Okay. And pay attention. What happens if you get out of your car in a hurry? Do all the doors get unlocked? If so, that's not cool. Because then now if you have other passengers or your little dog, they're all vulnerable now. So what are you going to do? You got to know how to work the key fob. Take the keys with you. Do what you got to do to figure out your vehicle and your key fob, all right, or your push button thing. Back to here we got Michael Sperling says related to audio. I heard that since Amazon's Alexa is coming into the forefront, audio will have a resurgence. Okay, that's cool. They claimed that Amazon's thing called 911 when some lady was getting beat up by her boyfriend, but Amazon claims it couldn't happen. So I don't know if that whatever happened with that. All right, so that guy's an asshole, but everyday hero. I like to go way back sometimes, and a guy named Mel Heckman, he on December 7th, 1941, was getting hit with shrapnel in his back at Pearl Harbor while his buddies were swimming through fire trying to get out, and he's helping them, as many as he could save. And he's 93 years old. He's one of the few survivors left from Pearl Harbor. And his lifetime wish was to go back to Pearl Harbor with his family and visit that spot where all that happened. And so, damn if he didn't get to do it. and his great-grandchildren were there, his grandchildren were there, his children were there, and they all were quite moved because they had heard the story from him many times. But being there and picturing, he was on the exact spot, he said, where all this occurred. And he said, the children said, oh my God, it was so vivid in our minds now that we're actually here where this happened. It's changed the whole thing. Now, how did this happen? Well, there's a Colorado-based organization called, let's see, wishofaLifetime.org. WishofaLifetime.org. Visit it, and you'll see a lot of cool stories there. And Mr. Mel, thank you for your service, buddy. Thank you very much. Hope everybody out there is doing this. It's not stupid or corny to do this. I don't know how to do it right because I'm never in the service. I don't know if your thumb is... Somebody make a comment, is Alan or somebody, where's your thumb supposed to be? I don't know. Or, are you supposed to go like this? How are you supposed to actually salute? We need a lesson on that. But anyway, I salute you, Mel. Thank you so much for being there and, risking your life for all the rest of us. So, okay, so that's our show this Sunday night. Keep those cards and letters coming. Remember, if you want my birthday month audio deal or my birthday month ebook deal or both, just email me at orders@antion.com and I'll get you the link. And let's see. Alan says thumb is right beside the hand. Like this, you mean? Oh, so it's not turned under. It's easy to turn it under, but beside the hand. See, I don't know if the fingers are up, down, straight. Not to flip it out. Thumb right beside the hand. Okay. Hey, it's Carol. Hey, Carol. Okay, so that's our show. Let me know if you want any of those deals. Stay safe out there. Stay home and make some money if you can. We'll catch you later. Uh-oh. No, I better do it right this time.